Y'all remember the condemned woods where I found the antlers? This is what they look like now. Having said that, there's definitely still deer out here, even though the bedding area that I found last year is destroyed. There's tracks everywhere, and there is still a little spot of trees that I've been checking frequently. Let's go see if we can find anything. Well, I just spooked up 2 separate herds of deer, so they're out here. But where are their antlers? Y'all remember all those videos from last year? It was like, felt like I went out for months and months before I found any antlers. And every day I would go out and I was sure that was going to be the day. You know, I was like, this is it. I can feel it. And then I didn't find anything. And then finally I found some right in here and back there, which is now a big mud pit. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's pretty cool, but man, it took a lot of time. There was very much a sense of like relating to the deer. Like I tracked the deer, and anytime I saw the deer, I would watch them closely and looked for antlers to see if they dropped. And you know, it was just this period of a few months where I was obsessed with deer, and I guess in the way that deer hunters are in the fall sometimes. And I haven't had time to do that this year. Plus, also, I found my antlers in like April last year, so I didn't want to get started. I think I started in January, so I didn't want to get started that early this year. That doesn't count. It's a great activity, though. It gets you outside. It's not that strenuous on a day like today, even though it's cold. I can come out here, wander around, look at stuff. It's very much like dry fishing, you know? It's the antlers of the fish, and there's no fishing rod, and there's no lure, and they're not alive, and they don't move. Okay, so it's nothing like fishing. I came out here with the witch last week, and she was unable to witch me up some antlers, so I don't really know what the point of being a witch is if you can't witch up antlers, but yeah. So, I mean, maybe we're just too early. Maybe they haven't dropped yet. It's March 22nd, I think. But it's been so warm. I don't know. What makes deer decide to drop their antlers? What makes fish decide to eat a gold-ribbed hare's ear and not a pheasant-tail nymph? We'll never know. Oh man, see, this is the kind of stuff that, like, you see that from 20 feet away and you think, oh, hot damn. But no. So you're supposed to look for antlers in places where the deer will walk through barriers and get the antlers knocked off. Man, this bamboo grove is creepy. Oh, man. And so I'm walking along. I'm on the edge of this embankment here. I'm walking along and I look down and I'm like stepping over this grass-covered hole to nowhere. This is a close call. It's something I think all of us adventurers need to be careful about during this time. Because if you fall down a hole and you break your leg and you go to the hospital, that's where you're going to get the virus. Or if you fall down a hole and something worse happens and you really, really need to go to the hospital, are they even going to be able to treat you? So yeah, I think the word for the day is don't fuck up. Okay, well, I am tired and hungry and cold, and I have reached the end of the foliage, which is the only cover I have from the wind, but also from the people that would get mad at me for trespassing here, and some of them they're out, not a very long way away. So I'm gonna call this a day. Didn't find shit. That's all right. It's part of it. Totally fine. Next time I'll find one. I literally stepped over it. It's literally on the path that I took to get down here. I stepped over it. What the hell? Okay, here it is, just as I found it before I move it. And now I'm really curious where the other one is. I don't know, this kind of looks like here, we can touch it now, right? All right. Doesn't this look like this might have been from last year? I don't know. I guess it depends, but yeah, that's got to be fresh, right? That wouldn't be from last year. Man, that's pretty cool. So where's the other one? So that's the spot where I found the pair last year, and that is the spot right there where I just found this one. So I mean, that might even be the same deer. Okay, so I have done a fairly exhaustive search of the immediate area. Can't find the match. Yeah, can't find it. All right, I gotta go back. Hey, I actually had success in a video, like my first video on the topic this year. That's different. Cool. Thanks for watching. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind.